Hello, everybody. My name is Kashi, and welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy. Now, last episode, we decided to do some more snooping, chit chatted with a few more people, and when push came to shove, Mr. White decided that we were going to be the murderer and that he was going to pay everybody to say the same thing. So we are representing ourselves and praying that this is not going to be the end for our sweet boy, Phoenix Wright. Now let's pick apart his testimony. Let's see. It was 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly that's reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky haired man, attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. Hmm. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Judge Grandpa, come on. Very well, defendant, Mr. Wright. Your cross examination. Yes, Your Honor. God, my allergies are killing me today, so I'm sorry if the voices are a little wonky. Alright, witnesses count. Alright, I'm not gonna press you about this because either way, we knew it was 9 o'clock. I was quietly that's reading some papers by the window. Okay, we're gonna pursue this. By window, you mean the one directly across from Fay and Co. law offices? Correct. That is the only window you see. And there you were reading papers. Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I'm a busy man who had business to do. A random fact, the first time I went to Japan, stayed in a businessman hotel. They're very, very small, and they're not really known for their comfort. Not saying they're bad, but the one I went to was very much in a more rural area. So it was more so like if you had business in that region, that you could just go back, stay a few hours, or sleep overnight and then go. I don't know. Him saying businessman's hotel made me think of that. But because it was my first time in Japan, it took me far longer than I want to admit to learn how to turn on one of the lights in the bathroom because it didn't have the normal switch, nor did it have a pad for me to really push on. And I just remember being really tired because I was jet lagged. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to take a bath in the dark. And I did, only for Newa the nervous to walk in and be like, are you taking a bath in the dark? And I'm like, yes, don't fucking judge me. Only for her to then find out there was a tiny slot in the wall that you had to put your key card to the room in. So you just had to tuck it in there like a little wallet, and then the lights would turn on. Anywho, that's my story. Don't be like me. Don't take baths in the dark. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. We're gonna press that. Bedlam? It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. Why didn't you look down first? So you were reading your papers until you heard that sound? But of course, I am no snoop peeping out of the windows at night. No snoop? Yeah, right. You've made a career of snooping. Not to mention, the ball boy said he never saw you in the room. Whatever, I'm not mad. I'm not salty. Spiky haired? What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. Are you saying I look like a girl? And if so, am I a pretty girl? I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40. Is that how that works? 40? Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on, anyways? Oh, sweet summer child, you already know, baby. And what did you do then? Again, that would definitely conflict with what Miss May said. What was Miss May doing at the time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Really, because I'm pretty sure she was getting iced coffee. Did you know she had been tapping the Faye office phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Faye woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. Oh, I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please, continue. Okay, the victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende. I understand. Okay, I'm not trying to be racist, like I'm not trying to stereotype. Is is he of Hispanic descent or South American descent? Or does he just like throwing Spanish in there? And if it's not Spanish, I'm sorry, okay? I only speak two languages, and that's Japanese and English. So forgive me if I am getting this wrong. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. Okay, we can get you there. Are you sure about that? How many times must I say it? Okay, can I present something? How many times must I hear that? Psst. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as a little odd? Alright, okay, I can present something. Uh, okay, we can use May's testimony. Wait right there. Mr. White, You've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh ho ho, it is simple. You have misheard. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Oh, it feels so good to be able to smack him. Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. I have to. Okay, I have to look at this. Okay, so if he's looking at her dead on, okay? If he's looking at her from inside the room, okay, so yeah, he would have seen her run to the left. Okay, because he was in there. Gotcha. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing? Oh, honey bunches, how are the synopses not firing? Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Both are right. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Ha! I doubt it. Or, rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Ramble. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. Ramble. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. Do I? Okay. This is where he was. Look. When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes in ill taste. And that is where the killer was standing. Order. I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion. The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Oh, I just want to smack everyone in this courtroom. Oh, you provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. And then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. Okay. Obviously, it's bullshit, but I'm pretty sure the report says she was only hit once. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor, Judge Grandpa. Okay. Time to rip a hole in this. Okay, that's not. That is what I saw. Okay. We can present evidence. Okay, this should prove that. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Er, er. Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were absolutely perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. As would I, alone with Mr. White, preferably in a room where no one would be able to hear us. I mean, what? Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he is lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Rabble. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony. The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, Mr. White. Mr. White. Okay. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. And as someone who has lactose intolerant and have been drinking coffee this whole time and suffering from stomach pain, I have been as well. So if I can do it, so can you. This is almost over. The other window. Was there another window? You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that. The glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix? Doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah, very odd. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Press? The glass stand was lying on the floor? That's the first I've heard of this. Why didn't you tell us about the stand before? Why? Me? Well, I was instructed not to. Wait. One moment. Give me a moment to gather my thoughts. I am so confused. White's falling apart. Edgeworth, suck it. Your Honor, please, I ask that you do not allow the witness to be badgered any further. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Edgeworth is on the ropes. Very well, the witness may continue his account. Then the next moment, okay. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. Okay. She turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Flap. Phoenix, he's getting a lot less talkative. He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something. But it won't be easy. Okay, we can present that it was broken. Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the light stand. What? The stand broke into pieces when it fell. Just by seeing the broken pieces, you would have no idea it was a light stand. So tell me, exactly when was it that you saw the stand? Answer the question. Isn't it obvious? I saw the stand before it fell over. So you saw the stand before the victim was attacked, then? Correct. That would be no problemo, right? Hmm. That would be a big problemo, my dude. There's a big problem here. What problem is this? Mr. White, let me make sure I have this straight. You saw the glass light stand through the window from the hotel before the incident occurred? Correct, that is so. It's conclusive, definitive, undeniable, unimpeachable. No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand. Rabble, rabble. What? Why couldn't he? You have proof? I sure do, Your Honor. A person in the hotel could not have seen the stand before it fell over. Okay, we need to present the floor plans. Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Her ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Oh, good God, that face. I love and hate that face. Mr. White. Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mia. Well, looks like we're about to get our verdict. Oh, fuck you, Edgeworth. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? Oh my god, I swear to... they're gonna say they're lovers, aren't they? Well, not him and Edgeworth, but him and Mia. What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. I hate you. The wiretap? Order, order. Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this.
Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain, as I make up bullshit this whole time.
I really don't like the way this is headed.
As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay.
What does that have to do?
Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who?
No, you wouldn't.
Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct?
Correct. You are most correct, Miles. I want to beat the shit out of both of you. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fang Code law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth.
Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand. At the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer.
I see.
However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is.
Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. I feel faint. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fang Code law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over? By the sound. Correct. That is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. We're gonna press. Do you have proof? Oh.
Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder.
Huh? Right. Wouldn't we have seen him, though? Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May?
Unidentified fingerprints, several days old, were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's.
And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints.
Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay & Co. law offices.
She already said she did it, though. Why did you tap Mia's phone?
This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor.
Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. Dear Journal, today is November 30th, 2023. Why hasn't technology evolved enough for me to punch a video game character? Sincerely, me. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Anything at all. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Are you a crow? Because you certainly like shiny things. Such a beauteous thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it! There's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's. What? What do you want from me? I am currently trying so goddamn hard not to look up any hints. Okay, we are going to try to use our brain until we get to the point where I'm smelling burnt toast. Like, is there anything, anything at all I can show? Okay, I'd entered the Fan Cove offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. Okay, I've run out of ammo.
I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably.
No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Wait, what? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix? Phoenix, over here. I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Mia? Where where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Ah, hey, Phoenix. Gak, that's no way to greet an old friend. I mean, to be fair, if I was seeing dead people too, I would probably be fainting. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. I really love her design. She's so. Oh, boobs. You're Maya? Didn't you know the Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya's channeling you, Mia? That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh, yeah, the one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix, Wright wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. It looks like it's from a famous department store. 1,000? Wow, big spender. Item glass light stand. Date of purchase September 4th. September 4th. That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa. Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? He said it was beginning of September. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go, champ. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. September 9th, 1:16 p.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 1. Ramble. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant, are you all right, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off.
Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright.
Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But as Mr. Edgeworth noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter?
I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Okay, it was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Okay, let's see. I had entered the course I downside ones. Okay, we can present. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood?
You're grasping.
I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt.
The other side?
Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand and the date of the purchases. Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. I think he just had a stroke. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. Oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then that is all for the trial of...
Not so fast, Phoenix Wright.
What? No way can he worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth.
There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter.
Hmm? Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. I'm going to object. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth,
If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence.
I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. The witness will say. Mia? Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Memo received from Mia. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. Okay, I am so sorry, everybody. It is just getting a little bit longer than what I want it to be. I'm so sorry. We're so close to our innocence. But I'm going to have to stop it here for right now, and we're going to pick it up next time. So even though it's the holiday season, remember, keep it salty, keep it real, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.